Hello, hello. Covert rigs finishing up. Those will start shipping out. Looks like we have FUPA danglers in multicam. Those are not online. If you would like one, just send an email. We'll make sure that you get one. EDC organizers. Looks like Raid Royal Blue, Typhon Red Thread. We have 123 battery holders and Kimlite holders going. Looks like we've got multicam AK Inform micros. If you want one of those, send an email. We'll make sure that you get one out of this batch. 7.62 folding ammo pouches. Jay Davenport, what up? Brawl Dog, what's going on? Raul Rivera, Yoder, Roberts, what's up? Ellie Welding, Charlie Wood, Carter Lee, Sam Lindet. Sam, what's up, man? Kilo Bravo 6, what's up? Chuck Newbern, I don't know, man. I'm sure we'll either get to it or when it's actionable, something will happen with it. Jose Rivera, what's up? Nicole, what's going on? Steve Molina, what's up? Draven, what's going on? Michael Turner, what's up? That's the new shirt. It's online right now. You can order it. It will ship to you in the morning. Amy Lynn, what's up? How are you? Just got notification today my sling tourniquet pouch shipped. Right on. We've got some round duffels, multicam, Typhon Royal Blue, Typhon Toxic. I don't think these are online. I think these got done while Amanda and I were gone. I don't think they ever got input into the computer. A couple of, out of that last batch of stacked micros, looks like there's 2 remaining, 2 available. Are any patches, any new patches? I haven't done any patches in the last few weeks probably. I've got one design on the way. This is the last one that we have. Little Ranger eye size PVC. These are 3-dimensional. They're pretty cool. Vicky Savage, what's up? Guys, there's 38 of you on here. I need you to back out of the comments and hit the button. Like, we have a private group right now, and we're just going to start doing live feeds only on the private group. Like, you guys can't do the free thing. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do these lives every night. What's the recommended way to wash an EDC belt? Like you do dishes. Soap and water by hand in the sink. Same way you hand wash dishes. Chuck Peoples, what's up? Tiger Paw, what's going on? All right, guys, we can talk about whatever you want to, but I cannot stand here and talk to myself. I definitely have a ton of other shit I can do up until 12:30 tonight. Oh, looks like we have jet Nalgene pouches, which will hold the jet boil. The sheep are good. I think they're good anyways. I don't really pay attention to the sheep. I see the sheep once a day. None of them have died. I move them twice a day. I move them twice a day. They eat grass, and then I move them. One sheep is constantly out, and she stays leaned up against the pen where the other three are. And that's it. They're not laying down. They're not making any weird noises. They don't look sick. So I assume the sheep are good. Do you run a compost pile? Not really. I do have a compost pile. I don't turn it. I don't do a lot with it. We muck out chicken pens twice a year. That goes in a pile. And we take a lot of rabbit manure out a couple times a year. Several times a year. And we make a pile of rabbit manure that's probably 6 feet by 6 feet, probably 4 feet tall. And it breaks down pretty fast. R37, what's up? Are the range ride patches online? That's a good question. Being that I have a lot of them, I'm guessing that they are not online. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe Amanda will chime in here. Went for a walk trying to step it up. Made 2 batches of soap and clean the coop. Right on. Right on. How everyone doing this evening? My face is burning like hell, cutting up peppers, and forgot that I shouldn't touch my face. Yeah. Wear gloves when you cut up peppers, man. Wear gloves. Do I mix the manure? I do. I take rabbit manure and we'll put it straight in the raised beds. And then I also take a lot of the stuff out of the compost off the top, which is, it's not really, it's composted in that it is broken down and water has rinsed through it. But like I don't really turn the compost pile or anything. It's just manure that has sat out there for, a year. They are not online. Okay, we need to get those online. We have had possession of them for almost 2 months. Figueroa, what's up? I hate turning the compost, scared of snakes. Definitely no snake problem. Like what are you putting in your compost that snakes would be interested in? Put your compost pile out someplace and mow around it so that there's no brush or grass. And I can't imagine having a compost pile that's so, like, I don't know, twiggy and full of debris that snakes would get in it. My compost pile has like nowhere for snakes to go. I couldn't imagine that. I'll occasionally put grass clippings in there. We'll put just stuff, right? We'll probably take a lot of like water, is it water hyacinth? And put in there, towards as it cools off, it'll start to die off in the aquaponics system. We'll put a ton of that in there, but nothing that like snakes would go hide in. Oh, the heat there. Oh yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I know that when I move wood chips, like with the tractor, there's always turtle eggs and snake eggs and lizard eggs. So yeah, maybe so. Good news though. While heat will attract reptiles, right? Venomous snakes, at least in the United States, venomous snakes don't have eggs. They have live birth. Most of them. Stay survived, what's up? 1 week and a half. Yeah, it's going fast. I just mowed the backfield. Man, I'm fucking itchy. I just got out of the shower. But I just mowed all that grass back there. I'll go through and hit it one more time. Wear tall boots. Use a big garden fork. Yeah, use the snake thing is something, you know, on a homestead you're going to have to deal with, I guess. A translation of what the gear is for newbies? No, the real answer is if you can't visualize what it's for, you don't need it. And I don't mean that like you're not in the club and you're not smart enough to know. I mean legitimately, if you don't know what it is, you should spend your money on something better, right? Go get a class, go get some training. I mean, a rifle sling, it's pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. The load carriage systems, like a lever gun rig, if you don't know what that is, you probably don't own a lever gun and you have no use for a lever gun rig. Our shotgun rig, if you don't know what a shotgun rig is for, then you probably don't own a shotgun and you don't need a shotgun rig. On the website, you can look at, it doesn't matter what this was built for. It only matters what you want to put in it and will it fit. That's all that really matters. Toiletry bags, pretty self-explanatory. You put toiletries in them. You can put art supplies. You could put tools in them. You could put makeup. Makeup artists use them. A lot of our bags, especially our higher end bags, have Velcro lining in them so that you can put tool bag organizers. We have all kinds of elastic slots and cards that you just Velcro in. We also make all of our backpacks, and a lot of our bags are Velcro lined so that you can put small pockets or large mesh pockets. And the small pocket is half the size, so you can put 2 small or 1 large on a lot of walls. So there's a lot of modularity to them. Wallets, we know what that is. Ask some more specific questions, like what kind of stumped you on the website that you weren't sure about, and we'll talk about it. I buy what I know, and I haven't been disappointed. Yeah, I mean, there's not, a bag is a bag, right? These are round duffel bags. Those are clothes bags. They're both bags. There's really no difference in them other than dimensions. Crossbody bag. It's like a little purse for a dude or a woman, right? It's Velcro lined. You can put a holster in there. NSW chest rig. You probably don't need that if you don't have any idea what it is. It holds 6 rifle magazines. Utility pockets on the side. We built them for the SEAL teams. Those will hold 200 round belted ammunition because every dude in a SEAL platoon carries belted ammo, whether they're the saw gunner or the machine gunner or not. But you can put anything you want in there. These are smoke grenades on the bottom. Don't want them? Cut them off, not a problem. They're all modular. You can add whatever this is a very scalable rig right here. You got rigs or even pouches for the shotgun shell cards. We make a shotgun rig. We make them all of the time. We are out of them. Like literally when we build them, we will sell out hours before the public even knows that we have them. We have private groups. We have text apps. So our stuff's hard to get. We build stuff every single day. Like you would probably be very surprised at the amount of gear that we actually build. It never gets shown to the public. Like our consumers, our clients buy it before it ever goes out public. Here, for instance, is a shotgun. It's a cop rig. And the way this works, this card rips down. This card pulls up and falls down into place. Now this one, you can remove the inner card. It has bungees, so you can put rifle mags up top inside and shotguns on the front. Now we build that, it's called the cop rig, because a lot of police officers in the cruisers, they have an AR-15 and a shotgun. We make a dedicated shotgun rig that's very much like this. This is our lever gun rig. The loops for the shotgun cards are obviously bigger. This rips down, this pulls up, falls into place. Shotgun rig is amazing. It's coming from a man that owns some of them. I need a cigar pouch for hubby. but I need to stop spending. So yeah, save your money, Amy. Come look at them in person. We make a lot of cigar pouches. These are the ones I currently have. Inventory should be correct on those. But for anybody's like, ooh, cigars are nasty, you can put whatever you want in there. Injectables, you can put in there. Expensive knives, not expensive knives, makeup stuff, whatever you want will fit in that thing. It's just a wider zippered knife pouch. Sooner pay 3 prices for a quality product that lasts 20 times as long. Yeah, that's what we build. That's what we build. We have equipment. I've been doing this 35 years. We literally have, this is heirloom stuff. Like when guys are like, I've had your belt for 10 years. I'm like, you better have the belt for 30 years. Like this stuff, your grandkids will use this stuff. James Barden, what's up, man? How are you? These bags can be used literally anything. They sure can. Absolutely, they can. Justin Angel, what's up, man? How are you? I don't know that I've ever seen you on a live feed before. Ann Davis, welcome to the TAC Response alumni. Ann took fighting pistol this weekend. I had ammo in a toiletry bag. We have one bag. I don't know what the size is, but we use it in our library trips. Abigail uses one of the bags, I think large clothes bag, and her bag for softball. Right on. Right on. Probably end up getting everything burned if I wore gloves. I'm a total dreamland when cutting produce. Had a guy tell me Velcro on my AK M4 wasn't very tactical. Then he made a Velcro noise. I was like, if I'm pulling Velcro, it's because I shot 30 rounds. That's that ding. That's exactly right. But change the 30 to 28 rounds, 29 rounds maybe. If you don't know why, just look into that. You'll know. But yeah, absolutely. And our real rigs, like our warfighter rigs, they have Velcro and Fastex. Why? Fastex for security of the items and noise discipline during insertion. And then once you're in an area of operation, you can unclip the tab, you can unvelcro the tab and lock it under your belt, pulling the buckle out of the way, and now you can rip Velcro for speed of extraction. If you're pulling a mag out of a magazine pouch, whether you have a suppressor or not, they are aware you are there. I dig my BBD bag with holster, mag pouch, mesh pocket. Yeah, I like the BBD bag a lot too. And it's very scalable, right? Because you can put 4 M4 mags inside the bag on both walls, and you can put 4 on both walls outside. So you can put 16 mags in that thing and still be able, or remove 4 inside, put a pistol, 2 mags, and a light, and you can still put mesh pockets inside. Get a mesh pocket with pals for the inside to keep each wall's contents from banging together or vibrating, making noise. And you can still put shit in here. Plus you have all these loops where you can put chem lights, pens, pencils, anything you want on that thing. It's very, you can make that bag very big from what it is. Toiletry bag she was using is kind of a rare one. James once told me that bag was worth more than the ammo in it. Right on. Right on. I run AKs, right on. That's what Amanda said in the private video. Somebody had asked if you could only have 3 guns, what would they be, right? And my answer was, Glock 19. I don't remember what my answer was. 1022, Glock 19, 870 shotgun if you can only have 1, and an M4, right? And Amanda's like, I'd rather have an AK. But Amanda has thousands and thousands of rounds through an AK, and only a few thousand through an M4. And same with Cody. Cody did all of the contractor classes and all of the rifle classes. He did them with M4s, but he's got way more rounds through AKs. Keep all my laptop cables in my #1 dad toiletry bag. Hey, Evan, what's up, man? If Fiance and I both have SOE toiletry bags we use all over the globe. They're great, man, because you just hold that handle. That's why the zipper zips up towards the handle, right? So if it was open a little, loose ammo won't fall out of it. You can put a lot of mags in that thing. James would carry all of his magazines in toiletry bags and tool bags. Just ordered a new holster tonight. What'd you order, Nicole? What'd you order? I wish you would have talked to me about that. Amy, where's your holster coming from? Green Force, NSR? Shoot a stick, what's up? Took a couple of old Kydex holsters, put Velcro on them so I can use different holsters in different bags. Yeah, most of those companies will make you one that's flat on the back with Velcro also. Free boot bag from a couple of weeks ago fits two 30-foot, 4-inch wide recovery straps. Yeah, I use tool bags for all of that stuff. I use tool bags to keep all the recovery with the clevises and Bubba ropes and everything in there. Large tool bags. 30 PMags fit in a boot bag. Yep, it's heavy. Mountain Raider, what's up? Mountain Raider. Mountain Raider. You ever been out at Bridgeport by chance? You Marine or Army or where are you from? Call, message me if you have any questions. I had about 1,200 rounds of 9 in a toiletry bag. Almost too heavy. Yep. Yep. Four-year-old fits inside the super kit bag. We have full-grown women here that inside the super kit bag. Amanda fits inside the super kit bag. Several of the employees have been inside super kit bags. We have pictures of 2 and 3 children inside super kit bags. They're enormous. Grease, right on, grease. That's right. We actually have spoken about that. And Eclipse, right on. Amanda, I believe, has Eclipse. Oh, I see that. I see you say you talked to Amanda. Right on. Right on. Testimona is also TAC Response alumni. She did Fighting Pistol this weekend also. Deplorable bag is the best bag. Deplorable bag's big though. It's a great bag. It's not the best bag for everyone though because it is so big. And if you want to put a 30-inch rifle in it, that's why that bag is 30 inches. So you can put a full-size rifle inside them. They're Velcro lined on the walls, so you can put all your organization on the walls inside. But the new bag, the bag named the new bag, it's the same bag as the Deplorables bag. It's just a little smaller. Tested a cool vlog about her class, right on. I saw some of her videos. Claudia Sweet talked John into selling her a beautiful one-off SOE backpack she uses at law school. Justin, right on, man, right on. So the deplorable bag is the best. So that and the same thing goes for the super kit bag, right? The super kit bag and the Ultra Maga super kit bag, they're big. Like you can put enough in there that they're uncomfortably heavy. So just be aware of that depending who's using it and what you're putting in it. You might be happier with 2 medium-sized bags instead of the giant super kit bag. And with that said, we're going to build a super kit bag that is smaller in size. Hoping the Eclipse is more comfortable under the clothes from the one I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is. If Amanda's carrying it, we literally have a 55-gallon drum. People send us holsters all the time, hoping that we'll show them and talk about them. We have a 55-gallon drum full of holsters. Amanda has worn every fucking holster out there. Rifle bags. Yes, we owe rifle bags to people. We are going to build the rifle bags that are owed. If you need a rifle bag and you do not have one on order, do not wait for my rifle bag. Buy a rifle bag that's on the market. Jim Griffin, we were speaking about you yesterday. Okay, I think we've read all these. Can you show the back of the shirt? You don't need to see the back of the shirt. You know why? Because it's the same as the front of the shirt. Here, I'll turn it over. Unfuckwithable. That's how we are, right? Unfuckwithable. What does that mean? It means that I don't care what the news says. I don't care what the government's doing. I don't care that they're scaring everybody that we're reinstating the draft. I don't care that Russia is going to be nuked by Ukraine. I don't care until it directly affects me here. Because by knowing it, you're just, you literally, it just happens more and more and more and more, right? We were at an optometrist today, and when I walked out, I started, all the ads on my phone were for glasses and optometry shit. Because your phone, your tattletale knows where you are, right? So if something happens that I need to know, I assure you, my phone will immediately tell me. But what if you just took all the time from the last 3 years? And that's the cool thing, right? Dr. Shelton, our optometrist, he's alumni, and we've known him for years. And he's like, we didn't shut down during the COVID. He's like, as a matter of fact, I called both of my mayors and said, hey, I'm not shutting down. And one of them got back like, yeah, don't worry about it. And the other one, he's like, I've never heard from him again since then. But we never shut down. He said, we were packed. We literally didn't have enough room. The entire time the lockdowns were going on, we had people that had to park off-site because our parking lots were full. He's like, every room, and he moved into a place that's like 5 times bigger than his old building. He has 3 rooms with the giant optometry machine, you know, that they fucking flip the things. How about this? Is this better? Is this, you know, that thing? He's got 3 rooms with that shit in there. Like he said we were stuffed. He said we did more business during the lockdown because he said like nobody else. And he's like, we had people literally from hundreds of miles away, like, are you requiring us to wear masks? No, we're not requiring you to wear masks. And people would drive hundreds of miles to come see him. That's what unfuckwithable is. I don't give a shit. We're not playing your reindeer games. We no longer mind because you no longer matter. When you stop caring about what they're doing, it just kind of fucking goes away, at least in your own life. Okay, Bonk, thanks for the $2. Plant any more trees? No, we're planting a lot of trees in next weekend. The whole system is broken. My system's not broken, though. My system's not broken. I have freezers full of meat. We cook breakfast and lunch for every employee here. We give a free shirt. Every shirt you guys see come up every Monday, every one of my employees gets a free shirt every Monday. Every one of my employees gets breakfast and lunch. Every one of my employees has not bought eggs in the last 3 years. They get as many fucking eggs as they want. We are making so many eggs that I crack dozens of eggs and give them to the dogs every day. We have so many eggs that my employees can't even take them all home. My system's working pretty well. I mean, there's always some silly shit we can't get. There's always something that we have bought for the last 30 years that a vendor doesn't have. That's why you see us run big runs of like multicam black or multicam or woodland, because there's some other bullshit that we're missing something of. But we're constantly, I don't have any employees laid off. As a matter of fact, we've given all of our employees raises. We're about to give raises again to some of them. Some of them won't ever get a raise. But the majority of them, we're about to give fucking raises again. That'll be like the 3rd raise for some of them this year, already this year. My system's not broken. Nick Baird, what's up, man? We no longer mind because you no longer matter should be a t-shirt. It should be. It should be, yeah. What's my next t-shirt? I already have the artwork. Hold on. The next t-shirt. The next t-shirt is, man, I smell really good. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. The don't tread on me. But we're changing the shit. It'll be a $sign and an exclamation point. So if that makes some of you a little more comfortable. Yes, this says fuck. But you have to go out of your way to read this shirt. So maybe you don't want to wear it to church. But I don't give a shit if somebody has a problem with it at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. Can a person still buy an ice pick? I don't know the answer to that. Is there an issue with buying ice picks? I don't know that. I don't know that there's enough call for an ice pick anymore. I wonder if you could actually get one. If I had to pick just 4 arms, one Glock 40 on a 22 frame, 9mm barrel, Springfield, Remington boat paddle, or a Remington boat paddle. You mean like a stainless 870? Or an 1100 12 gauge Armalite AR-10. So that was part of my answer too, John. Depending on where we live, right? What's your range like? So here, where we are, you don't really need a 308 rifle. Why would I want a 308 rifle? Shooting through metal, shooting through stuff, right? Light skin. Sure can ice pick. What do you think about the Tesla walls? Would that be something you would invest? I think the Tesla wall is pretty decent. I think that you have other options also. So why would we go Tesla? Maybe because financing available for Tesla is better, although Generac has a power wall also. I haven't looked into them a lot. I know people that personally have Tesla walls. John Bush has a Tesla wall. I think John Bush has 3 Tesla walls, actually. And he spoke very highly of it when we talked about it on the live that we did. I know a few other people that have Tesla walls, and they're very pleased with them. So why do you want the Tesla wall, right? So the Tesla wall is a good battery wall. But what are you wanting it for, right? Do you want it? So I don't want solar because I don't want to pay an electric bill, because it takes about 18 years for it to break even, right? I want solar so I have power when the government turns my power off. That's why I want solar. When the power company fucking something happens or the power plant stops making power, right? That's why I want solar. And solar will feed that Tesla power wall, definitely. And if you had 3 of them, I wouldn't run them all as one system. I'd run them as multiple systems. But like if I was going to power this building, I would have one power the front of the building, I'd have one power the back of the building, I'd have one power the upstairs of the building. Wore my tactical response alumni shirt to church, and a woman said the gun made her uncomfortable. I said, no one is carrying must be really bad. So every church I've been to, maybe not every church, right? Most churches I've been to have armed security detail. Like there's rifles in church. There are a lot of death threats on a lot of churches and a lot of pastors. My sister did security for Billy Graham in Africa and South Africa, as well as within the United States. And they had a lot of prior service SEALs on that security detail. But my sister was direct security for his daughter and wife. And they all carried little submachine guns, like real submachine guns, and pistols and shit. I've been to a lot of churches in San Diego, and there were fucking guns in every church, like multiple guns. I do seem to recall several times this last year and this year where gunmen have walked into churches, opened fire, and people in the crowd kill the gunman, right? I'm sure that those churches were very glad there were guns in that church. with Tesla, you are paying a premium for branding, support, and simplicity. Battleborn makes some pretty badass batteries. The dude Rick from Pawn Stars, he lives on an island, and his island is I think his island's 100% off the grid, and they have built a system on there. Diesel Brothers, Heavy Sparks just did a video a little while ago about this huge compound that's for sale. It's fucking $20 million or something. Completely off the grid also, has buried propane. It's got all kinds of shit. But it has a huge solar system and chargers and battery banks and stuff. If you're willing to piece it together, you could definitely probably get a better system for less money. I said forever, like in all the little prepper books and shit at the beginning of the internet when it was only forums, everybody was building these battery on like little file carts, you know, office carts. Had like, it's like a little dolly, right? And you had a tough box on there, and you put a battery in there, and you put a charge controller, and then you could plug it in to the wall and just keep it charged. But you could also charge it off solar and shit. And I'd always said, I said, when somebody packages this into a nice package, it'll be a $1 billion industry. And Goal Zero came out and did it. I don't know that they were the first, but they were probably, I think everybody has to say that we know about solar generators because of Goal Zero. Like they were selling them before they ever called them a solar generator. And what is it? It's a glorified, nicely packaged battery that, you know, and you can charge it with multiple means. So there, you have a choice of millions of those solar generators. So, I mean, yeah, you could definitely build a system better if you're willing to just look into it. Tesla Wall is just everybody, it's a household name. Everybody knows it, and you can get it financed very easily. And it's packaged, right? And they have the service, like for somebody who's lazy like me, I can just buy that and the dudes will come over and just shit that thing out and it'll just work for the most part. Recycle, reuse, tons of stuff out there. Yep. Mark Termal, what's up? And you guys should all do area studies, right? If you're preppers, if you're homesteaders, we think the society's collapsing, right? Because everybody's going to be running and trying to, you know, buy up the remaining or steal the last liquor and cigarettes, right? What you should know is, where are all the fruit trees in your area? Where are the stacks of railroad ties? Where are the cinder blocks? Where are the K-rails? What of your municipality and street and highway signs are powered off of solar? Where are those speed zones? You know, those are all battery powered off solar. Those all have solar in them. Where can you get that? Which ones do you have to climb to get? What kind of security do you probably need while you're climbing that, while somebody's trying to shoot you while you're up there, right? How many dudes do you need with you? Do you need ladders? Can we reach it off of the truck? Or which ones can we just hook up, right? And do they take a ring mount? Do they take a 2 1/4, a 2 1/8 inch ball? Do they take a 2-inch ball, right? We need to know all that shit. And that shit you should look at all the time and know that before you ever need it. Anyone without a sword, sell your cloak and buy a sword. Fat Nuts, I want a sword. Is Fat Nuts on here? I didn't even see him. I think when they came out, Tesla said they're 14. I think they're down to like 9 or 10 now. Trying to convince hubby that he and I can build a cabin on a nice chunk of land he's wearing down, trying to live free, also known as self-reliant. Right on. Fat Nuts, it was a rifle. America needs to get back to having a sword behind every blade of grass. Oh, that was a rifle, buddy. That was a rifle, and it was supposed to be the Emperor of Japan or whatever. It turns out he didn't actually say that. Do you grow onions or sweet potatoes? And if so, how are you curing them? So I don't really cure them. There's a million videos of how to cure them. Just use these racks right here, pull them out, put them on these racks, let them dry. I pulled 17 pounds of sweet potatoes last year, brought them inside. I didn't do anything special with them. I literally just brought them in here. I'll show you them right now. They're 17 pounds right here. I wonder what they weigh now. Surely not 17, because they're a little sucked up, right? This one's looking a little nasty right here. It's a little soft. Probably need to throw it away. These ones here are hard as a rock, and they're growing. Oh, so that slip I just pulled off, if you put that in water, it'll grow. But they're all growing, right? They're now seed potatoes. I need to plant them. I have 2 beds out there of sweet potatoes that I need to pull up. And then onions, onions and carrots, I have just let go. Like, I'll leave them in the bed through the winter. They'll get ice on them. They'll get snow on them. And then in the spring, they'll come back. And I had carrots in a bed that grew. They're probably about 3 feet tall. And they're just like twigs. And they went to seed. The whole entire bed is a carpet of carrots. And everybody always says how hard it is to sprout carrots, right? To germinate them. I've always direct sowed carrots and beets right in the bed, and I've always had way more than we can use. We always have to thin them. And these are 3rd or 4th generation right now. These carrots in this bed that are growing are from the very beginning of COVID. And we let them go to seed and then grow and go to seed and then grow and go to seed. And they are about 4 inches tall right now in the exact same bed. And then onions, same thing. We just let them go. I have onions right now about this big around, just growing in gravel where they've gone to seed in the gravel. Double blade battle axe is awesome. Or the one with the spike pick. That all sounds cool. And while I love to collect that, I'm never going to grab that thing. Like, if you swing that at me, swing that at somebody and expect to get shot, right? It's neat. I mean, it'd be cool to go, yeah, I have a kill with a, you know, with a American Tomahawk or an RMJ or something. My carrots didn't survive this year because of the heat. Yeah, we were hot. Shade cloth will make your entire life easier if you have shade cloth ready to, you know, put out. A friend of mine wanted to cleave a man in half with a sword and being flung from my nephew's trebuchet. I have marigold and basil. Yeah, our marigolds are definitely back for sure. Unintended Consequences. It's a great book. I wish somebody would finish reading it on audiobooks. With any product, you have cheap, fast, I don't know what we're talking about here. Cool, one thing effective depends on knowing how to use it. Good and inexpensive should not. Yeah, you wanna lose any communication with me. I see it like, I really need to stop looking at Hip Camden, Tennessee, this group. You should all join it because there's a lot of laughs in there. But it's always like, I'm looking for somebody. Nobody will call me back to quote me on my house, right? That's because there's no fucking contractors. People are moving here and buying property, and then the contractor's like, we can't break ground for 4 years. Everybody wants something done, and they want it done right now, and reasonable price. I would never even throw my name in the hat for any motherfucker that's like reasonable price. You're already poverty mindset. I don't want to fucking deal with you. For every fucking person looking for reasonable price, there's 10 silent motherfuckers that will pay any fucking price you ask just to have it done right and right now. Scalagram on YouTube mentions sword makers. Friend of mine wanted to cleave. Oh, that's Fat Nuts. Swords like rifles need training. Yeah, so I think swords need more training. I think swords need more training than rifles. Swords were cool when everybody had swords and nobody had rifles. Good sword maker, fairly inexpensive. That's not a good sword maker. Look at Badger Ordnances. Badger Ordnance. I have a couple swords from Badger. I want to say they're $1,000 a piece though, man. I have them. They're sitting right upstairs. Nicole has seen them. Several people have seen them. Look up medieval martial arts. There's a lot of dudes that meet out on fields, thousands of guys wearing armor, and they literally fucking try to kill each other with medieval implements. Badger Ordnance, a lot of those guys carry those swords. If you want real functional armor, there's dudes that'll make real live modern day armor for you and your horse. It's a huge, huge market. Adam Savage is very much into that. He's got several suits of armor. He went and apprenticed with one of the companies, and a lot of those guys have armorers also. They make that stuff. But Badger Ordnance are the 2 swords that I currently have. Yeah, even the winner gets cut. Huge inspiration. Keep doing good. Right on, Jonathan. Right on, man. Thanks. Should I email you about my holster? I ordered it over a month ago from you. You ordered a holster from me? What kind of holster did you order, Amy? This cat is always sneezing. It's got these big gummy bear boogers that come out of its nose. It's sneezing right now. The vet has given it like allergy medication and all kinds of shit. Come here. It goes in there and it drinks a bunch of water, and then it's got like blows bubbles and shit. Paying more for our new house and warehouse to be built, but it's actually be built and done. Yeah, James Bard, man, that's it exactly, right? Are you doing a barndominium? I'll eat your soul. Lysine for the cat. We will check that out. We will check. I actually like that cat. What does the t-shirt say? It says unfuckwithable. Unfuckwithable. It seems to have lost connection for some reason there. So Amy, we only make 2 holsters. We make these Velcro adjustable holsters, which Velcro, that's good for bags. Velcros into bags. And we make a belt slide holster, which goes on a belt, which is not a good holster. If you have, like, if do not let your life depend on this, right? This is not something you're going to carry every day. You need a real holster. So if you have a weird gun that nobody makes a holster for, this is just a generic holster. You can put this on at the range, and it'll hold almost any pistol. But it doesn't hold it with any, there's no retention to it. It's not specific. It doesn't hold it at a proper cant or height for grip. We built those things by the thousands for the military and for border patrol. We used to, but that was before there was, real holsters. I know it sounds crazy, but did the doctor check her ears? Sometimes they can get middle ear infection. Jen, I don't know the answer to that, but Amanda's had that cat at the vet twice for this. And our vet's pretty good. Pay once, cry once, yeah. Yeah. The thing about fighting with blades is the winner gets cut. The thing about fighting with blades, it's like fighting with a monkey. You're going to get bit, you're going to get shit on you, and you're going to get fucked up by it. Been riding with you a long time. It's been a while since I've been in video. How do you feel about Jaeger? Did you get to talk to him before he got? I did not talk to him. He was in here about a week, maybe 2 weeks beforehand, for a couple hours with John Lovell. James came by here every few weeks, and I don't know that anybody knew he was coming over here. He'd come over and just kind of hang out, and we would just bullshit. Anytime somebody was in town, I think he would kind of use it as an excuse to just come here, and we would hang out for an hour, 2 hours. James always wanted to bring people here to show them my collection. And I think that's just like, hey, I'm going to take you someplace and show you some crazy shit that you're not going to believe is here and you've never seen before. But he was always like, I don't want to bother John. I feel like I'm bothering John. And it never was. Like, if you're bothering me, I just won't stop what I'm doing. I'm just going to continue what I'm doing. And if you want to have a conversation, you're going to chase me. But anytime James was around, I saw James for years. James and I would hang out more out of town than in town, even though we lived 10 minutes away from each other. Have enough cats to use instead of swords. Pissed off cats. Would he buy people? James had a lot of gear. James didn't buy gear for years. He just, anytime James like, hey, can I have a few slings? Hey, can I have this? And we always had that agreement, right? None of my people paid, any of my employees took classes. and he never charged me for them, right? We definitely would have paid, but that was just an unspoken thing that we had. So anytime, all his rental guns have SOE gear on them, all his instructors have SOE gear, and that's how it is. This one follows me around all the time. See, he's right here with me as I move. Anytime he stops, he gets stepped on. Fat Nuts, you still in town or are you back home? Is it the floor or your shoes? It's the shoes. And when I come in here, they don't do that. Once I've been in here for about 10 minutes, they do that. And when I wear these shoes almost anywhere else, they don't ever make a sound. It's the floor. Back in a couple weeks for a weekend right on. All right, guys, last comments, last questions, anything you want to see or say. I'm going to start turning these lights off. Shop is completely different from what I remember. Hooked up, what blades in your pocket? One of my Striders from the last run, SMF. We went out of town, went and had dinner. So watch knife, went out and mowed, took a shower, put these clean clothes back on. Do you sell gear in person at SRF? We do, yeah, we do. You will be surprised though that the gear you see on video will be very different from the gear that's here during SRF, just because it changes. It changes over so fast. When we send text out, we send text almost every night. We send a text, which shows you the things we made today, and then what's left will go out on an email, and that goes out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So when we do bigger volume, sometimes there's stuff left for the email. And then whatever gets done Thursday, Friday, Saturday, what gets done Wednesday will usually be shown on the email Thursday if it's not completely sold out from the text message. Scotch and things, yeah, man, I really like the SMFs. What got me into prepping? Rambo, the movie, saw it in the theater. Red Dawn, saw it in the theater. Nostradamus. I was a prepper. Nobody was called a prepper, right? We were just survivalists, crazy survivalists. And then Nostradamus, and then Y2K. Imagine my surprise when nothing happened. We were definitely ready to go though. We were ready. Love the new shirt. Need a V-neck. We don't have a V-neck, Amy. And we don't have a V-neck. We've got a we've got a not crew neck though. We did crew necks. They just don't sell. Like girls didn't buy them. They would buy one or two, and we run 120 shirts every Monday, and nobody bought V-necks. I still have V-necks sitting over here from the last year, 2 years, 3 years ago. I've got probably 6, 7 designs of V-necks sitting over there. Have a Rambo knife with the compass in the handle. So the real Rambo knife was not that bullshit compass in the handle. That is not that knife. That has like signal. Land-to-air signals engraved on the handle, embossed on the handle. And then the dude that made the Rambo knife, we used to run into him. We would see him at a shop. There was a knife shop in Julian that did scrimshaw. And he did some incredible scrimshaw stuff. But he had some of the actual real Rambo knives in the store there. I don't know if he made those or if he just had them. Trying to dig a bunker before it's big enough to handle a shovel. Yeah, I dug a bunker. We dug an entire tunnel system that it's a wonder it never caved in. We dug down and then actually under the slab of the house. And then we were starting to tunnel towards the road. And that's when Mom found out about it. Hurricane Katrina was it for you? Trying to dig a bunker. Well, now that we're adults, I mean, it's super easy to dig bunkers if you want to. Just rent an excavator, get concrete. Heck, you could just buy preformed, bunkers even. Clave, what's up, buddy? It's warm enough that the AC came back on in here. FUPA danglers, we're going to have multicam ones. FUPA AKM4 micros, we're going to have those too. If you want one of those, send an email. I'll make sure that you can get one before they go up. Not up in price, up for sale. Red Dawn, Hunger Games for me. Hunger Games. Well, Hunger Games was super, we were old when Hunger Games came out, though. Red Dawn, though. I remember seeing Red Dawn in the theater as a child. First bunker when I was in 3rd grade with my brother and my dad, right on. That's cool that Dad was involved in it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Amy, I will check that email. I'll look for it.